The scene begins with Desmond scolding Detex, telling him how that plan was foiled. Detex tells Desmond that someone came and ruined their plans, but Desmond tells him to find a way to search for the hero and observe the city. The scene shifts to when Tochukwu and Amaka were still in the board meeting, and Desmond was still telling Tochukwu that he was too late to become CEO. It shifts to when Ifunaya is still watching the entire event, and Tochukwu and Amaka are chased out of the board room. Ifunaya enters the void and then goes to the scene when she was taken over as CEO. She then wakes up and sees it's 5:30 a.m. and starts preparing for school. Tochukwu wakes up in the morning. He checks his phone and sees it's 5:30. He then prays and gets up to start preparing for school. The scene then shifts when Detex calls Desmond and tells him over the past few days he has been observing the movements of the new hero. Desmond asks Detex how it was possible Tochukwu was still alive, but Detex tells him that it didn't matter because through the evidence it was possible that Tochukwu was the masked hero. Detex then asks Desmond what to do. Desmond tells him they have to wait a little while not to create more tension. Tochukwu goes into the living room with the screen from on, and Shisom calls him and tells him to sit, and she wants to talk to him. And Shisom also calls Amaka, and Amaka comes into the living room, and Shisom sits them down and tells them she has something to tell them. She tells them that the only means of livelihood is gone and her shop was destroyed. Tochukwu is surprised, but she tells them to pray and hope in God. Also tells them she will try to borrow some money, and tells Tochukwu to work hard at his part-time job. And Shisom then gives them a waterproof bar for them to use and go to school. The scene shifts when Tochukwu arrives at school. When he comes to the assembly, the students are surprised and happy to see him. One of the teachers tells the students, Mr. Lucky, about the issues of students and how they will be disciplined. The principal then comes and tells the school that there's someone that would like to bring up to the stage. They call Tochukwu Dike and the students begin cheering. The principal tells the students how Tochukwu was kidnapped and they should thank God that fellow students and brother was still alive. The students began cheering. And the scene shifts to Tochukwu's class when the math teacher leaves the class and most of his classmates begin surrounding him and asking him if he was okay. And Tochukwu says he's fine. Buji immediately comes and begins insulting Tochukwu, telling him that he hopes acted like a chicken there. One of the girls surrounding Tochukwu was close to him while asking him questions, but Buji sees it and gets jealous. And then wraps his hand around the girl's shoulder and takes her away. While Tochukwu is just watching, the rest of the class laughs and tells Buji is being jealous. The school dismisses and Tochukwu and Amaka begin going home. Mercy, the girl who was asking me questions earlier, who Buji put his shoulder over, goes to Tochukwu and tells him bye. He then tells her bye. Amaka is watching and he's weird to her. She laughs. Tochukwu tells her to stop. As they're passing along the road, Ifunaya comes and asks them if they need a lift, and Tochukwu says yes. The three of them are at the back seat, and Ifunaya asks Tochukwu how he has been throughout the time he's missing. He tells her he was alright. Ifunaya tells them she had a water bottle and she's them up and is willing to help. Ifunaya tells him Tochukwu asks why she's helping them and how she even knew them, but Ifunaya tells them that she was there during the board meeting when her father took over as CEO. Amaka is shocked and asks if her father is dead, and she says yes. They arrive at Tega Manufacturing Industries and Ifunaya drops them off. She tells them if they need any help, they should contact her. They thank her and the car leaves. Tochukwu and Amaka then goes to the boss's office. Tochukwu greets the boss and the boss greets him. The boss asks Tochukwu if he's alright after the incident, and Tochukwu thanks him and tells him yes and he's alright. And then he tells Tochukwu he's glad that he's alright and asks who Amaka is. Tochukwu explains Amaka is his sister and needs a job. The boss tells Tochukwu he wants to see what Amaka is capable of and agrees he'll see what she can do for the week. Tochukwu thanks him and tells Tochukwu he's alright. Tochukwu then thanks the Lord in his mind and him and Amaka leaves. If you've loved the series so far, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and also follow us on TikTok because this series is going to grow. So we want to be part of it. Now let's get back to the episode. While Tochukwu and Amaka are walking, Amaka bumps into a man. She apologizes and the man tells her it's okay. Tochukwu and Amaka leaves and the man tells the boss he thinks they just found Tochukwu. While Tochukwu is walking, Desmond immediately arrives going through what the workers are doing. Tochukwu sees him and gets infuriated but hides it. Desmond then looks at Tochukwu and another thing to his office. Tochukwu arrives and he tells Tochukwu he wants him to go across the street to buy some pens for his paperwork. He gives Tochukwu 500 sedna to use and buy the pens. Tochukwu is walking along the street when he hears noises. A sniper fires at him but he dodges. He starts running away. One sniper comes and Tochukwu runs inside an alley. The spirit of the Lord tells him to tape out of his shirt and use it as a mask, and he does that. He comes out and doesn't see anybody, but then more shots fire at him and he dodges. He sees armed men surrounding him and Technics comes and they begin fighting. Tochukwu strikes some lightning and Technics, but Technics absorbs it with speed and strikes him back as he is leaning in the air. If you've loved this series so far, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and follow us for more episodes. Thank you.